Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Beth.
And this is Jayme.
And we're just two oldish, youngish ladies talking about being bothered at our big age.
No, things that we're...
Girl, I got this.
I'm like, wait, I didn't prepare for that.
Okay. And we're just two oldish, youngish ladies talking about being bothered at this age and how we can't be with it anymore.
That's right.
Like, I am at a place now where I just can't. I cannot be bothered. And it is shocking to me how quickly I become bothered and then have to be like, I need to remove myself from the situation because now I'm bothered.
Yeah.
And a lot of things bother me.
That.
I have no time for it. Like, no patience.
Interested.
Nothing. It's just like, it's very much, are you kidding me? And for me, this really sparked in me a few weeks ago because I was trying to be a proper adult. I have been on a meal prep journey. I actually showed Jayme today. My freezer is full of like individually serving meals.
So impressive. Yeah. I am so impressed right now.
Yeah. I mean, I have so many great meals just frozen and ready to go. And it's so
great.
great.
And they're vacuum sealed. Yeah. I mean, they look very professional and just,
yeah. I'm shocked myself because I don't really love to cook or anything, but it has really changed the way I live my life because I can't be bothered to think about what I'm going to eat every day, basically. And as a single person, it can be very hard to just cook a meal for one person. Even one or two portions is hard to like find that meal. And then you're stuck.
Yeah. So then you free. So what do you do? You batch?
I make a batch of things and just freeze it and then reheat for lunches and dinners. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's so smart.
And it just makes it so much easier because like I saw these like crock pot recipes and things. I'm like, great if I had a family of 5.
Right.
But like I can't eat soup for 20 weeks. Okay, it's too much.
You don't even want to eat soup for one day.
No.
I know.
It's the roughest thing. But this whole notion of being bothered really happened because I was doing a meal prep day and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to take my trash out before I get started so I have fresh trash. So I'm not like at the end, like, just pushing stuff down and whatever. I'm like, all right. So I take my trash out on a Sunday and I'm walking out of my place and I see a note on my car. I'm like, that's weird. And it's like, you know how if something's out of place, it doesn't always clock in your brain right away. So I'm like, is that my car? Because there's another car that's pretty similar. I'm like, oh, it is. And so I'm like, okay. So I like put my trash and I see the note. So sorry, we hit your car when we were parking last night. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I really can't be bothered with this today.
No.
And so thankfully they left a number and stuff, but I look at my car.
That was responsible of them.
It was very responsible.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. But it was like, they're like, oh, there's a scrape and a scratch. No, the back left panel of my car above my like driver's side wheel is all like dented in. The like body's cracked. Like there's all this big scrape. And it's just like, oh,
so they crashed into your car?
A big old truck just swiped the whole side.
Why didn't they slow down the minute they made contact?
I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions on how they parked at night after a timeout.
Wow.
Anyway, but the thing that really got me is like, we exchanged insurance. They were really apologetic. They're super nice. But I'm like, the problem is when this kind of stuff happens is that all the onus is on me now. I have to take my car to the shop to get an estimate.
Right. It's not like they're going to do that for you.
No, I have to like take time off work to take my car and I have to hope to get like a rental car or I have to try and get somebody to drive me to and from work or work from home. And then I don't have my car for a few days. And this actually happened to me before.
So inconvenient.
And it's like, you have to clean out the entire trunk of your car. You can't leave anything in your car. Like it just becomes this whole thing. And it's like, now I'm bothered.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it sucks for you. Maybe your insurance goes up a little bit or something, but I'm going to spend probably weeks dealing with this and I'm bothered now and I can't be. So that's where we're at. Annoyed.
Well, on a very different note, something that I just cannot be bothered with is door-to-door sales and solicitors. I'm just,
over it. Officially.
I do not want to sit here and listen to your spiel. Like, I don't trust you. First of all, why are you knocking on my door? I'm so wary. I'm so wary of people. I'm sure most of them or all of them have been legitimate business, but I'm always like, are you a scammer? Are you a legitimate? Just because you have a shirt with a logo on it doesn't mean I'm going to trust you. I just feel like I am not interested. Here's the thing. If I needed that service, I would go find it. Mm-hmm. I do not need you to come to my door and offer me like new windows or solar or whatever it is. I'm just
pest control.
Yeah. I mean, now if you're a lawn care person, which I did have, that was actually a different story. But And I'm like, why did they stop at my yard and ask if we needed help?
Rude.
I mean, clearly we did. But yeah, it's the solicitors. And you know what? It includes kids. It includes...
Ooh.
It includes
You really can't
all the
be bothered.
fundraisers. I'm like, I have my own kids and they have fundraisers and I don't even want to give to those. It's too much. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Girl Scout cookies. No, thank you.
Oh my God. That's blasphemy.
No, I don't have time for that.
gosh.
I don't want you coming to my door trying to sell me something when I'm trying to make dinner or get out the door or whatever I'm doing. Like, I don't have time for that.
You really can't be bothered.
No.
Yeah.
Don't knock on my door.
My girlfriends and I, we were at brunch this weekend, and this topic got brought up about, like, you know, it's very much the millennial thing of, like, you hear the door knock and you just start slinking and like
I'm not
here. I mean, I have very vibrant memories of hiding with my brother and my dad in the summer when door-to-door salespeople would come by, and we'd be hiding in the house because my dad was a stay-at-home dad, and it was super fun. But I realized in my own life is that if someone knocks on my door, doesn't matter who it is, I open it.
You do?
I open the door every time. And I didn't realize that until we were all talking about, like, door-to-door salespeople and, like, who comes by your door and how they're like, I never open the door and blah, blah, blah. Or they're talking through a Ring camera. I'm like, I look through the people, I will see a strange man that I do not recognize knocking on my door and be like, might be my neighbor. Open the door.
Yeah. I always open the door too. I do.
Really?
Yes, I always open the door.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I have sold so many things door to door when I was in my youth.
Yeah.
I was an excellent salesperson, by the way.
I believe that. You're very personable.
I had a contest that we had these toothbrushes that had toothpaste in the handle and you squeeze it. And then I had a box of them of like hundreds. I sold them in one day.
Door to door.
That is door.
Wild that people were buying toothbrushes.
Oh my gosh.
Door to door.
I had a whole spiel that I was like, I was talking to them about how it would be, you could put this in your purse and take it to work and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I was, I don't know, 8.
Oh yeah. That's so fun. You know what I was selling when I was 8? Olympic sales. Olympic sales was a catalog for kids to sell out of that was like wrapping paper and greeting cards and things of that nature. And kids would sell them door to door in prizes. And so you'd sell enough and then you could like earn like a bike or an XYZ. I didn't ever earn that much, but
it was a contest.
Yeah.
And I was determined to win, which I did because I sold them all in one day. However, they weren't expecting anyone to sell them in one day. And then they did me wrong because they were like, oh no,
Just
the
kidding.
Contest can't be over already.
Yeah.
And they did not follow through with what they said they were going to do. It was like it was a church youth thing.
Oh, that's even worse.
It was not right. That's
real messed up.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's one of the things that I sold door to door back in the day. I mean, I sold multiple different things, but you know what? I
want to say though, that was a different era selling things door to door in the 80s. Just saying.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, please
There's
don't
no
come
way.
in. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm not going to support you.
You know, another flashback to my dad, Fred.
There's too many.
Fred, sometimes, because he was a stay-at-home dad in the 80s, would get bored and he would invite the salespeople in. And I remember there was a guy selling encyclopedias door to door, and he was very attractive college guy, but he had like, I don't know if he was Australian or New Zealand. I apologize, but that's the accent. And he was tan and fine. And my dad gave him a glass of water and they sat at our dining room table just talking life. Obviously, the kid probably needed a break. And here's this cool guy and talking and whatever. And I was smitten. And I think that exposure left a long-term, lifetime appreciation of Australian and New Zealand men.
I thought you were going to say encyclopedias.
Hell no. I just wanted the dude. Okay, something else I cannot be bothered with is rude people, especially like customer service rude. I was in retail sales for years. I did telemarketing I say telemarketing loosely. It was fundraising for the Joffrey Ballet in Chicago. I only lasted a few weeks or a month or something because you'd have to call people and you were calling between 5 and 7, prime dinner time. And these were all people that had like bought tickets before or been like members before. So it wasn't like you were just like harassing people, but I always felt so bad. But I always had like the top sales the few weeks I was there. I was like, that's right. But I was like, I feel so guilty. But anyway, so I know what it's like to like have to cold call people.
Right.
I know what it's like to be in customer service and have like very rude customers. But I always like try to answer the phone with a smile. And there's been several instances in the last few months where I've had to make calls to hotels or calls to travel agents or whomever. And everybody just had so much attitude. Like, and by everybody I mean like 3 different people, but they were
on the other end?
On the other end. And I was being nice. Like I was like, hey, like one place I called, I was like, oh, hi, I'm calling because I need to get an invoice for my manager's stay. And they're like, and I said that because like to me, I wanted to give them time, like maybe they have to pull up a different screen or whatever. And the girl's like, I don't know your manager's name. And I was like, first of all, okay, sometimes like you call somewhere like that and like, oh, I can't give you that information or I'm going to need XYZ. But she just off the bat was like, she basically was like, yeah, dummy, you have to tell me their name before I can give you the information. It was just so freaking rude. And then another lady, she was so mean to me and that I literally like almost wanted to cry. It wasn't like crying like, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings. It was crying like, I'm going to rage quit my job right now because you're being such a snatch. And I'm like, just stop. Like,
so in other words, Karens too, right?
Yes. Like, don't be mean. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to be rude. Like, I get sometimes like we're all in a bad mood and we can like, life is really hard right now.
But don't be rude to people.
Don't be unnecessarily rude to people. And if you feel like you really want to be rude to somebody, be rude to the person that deserves it. Go after that person in your life that did you dirty in 7th grade. Look them up on Instagram and become a troll. Don't come after me when I'm just trying to do my job too.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah. Be nice. Here's something that I cannot be bothered with. And that is if I am having a day where I don't really plan on going anywhere. I don't really plan on seeing anyone. But then I have to go somewhere and I have to see someone, but I didn't prepare for that by getting myself dressed appropriately or to the level of what I feel is more like presentable of how I want to present myself. I still can't be bothered at that point to go through all of that. And then I end up at the grocery store with a hideous outfit, strange footwear, sock combinations. And I cannot be bothered with errand fashion. Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I want to be quote unquote put together the majority of my life. But if I am not, you know what I'm like, if I'm not planning, I don't take the time. I want to just be in my pajamas all day, for example, but then I have to run an errand. That's what I'm saying as far as I can't be bothered at that point. Errand fashion. Yeah. I can't be bothered to do anything about it just for an errand.
No. I have left the house before, come home and be like, old, you would have been ashamed. What did you just wear in public? I'm like, I don't care. I had to go to the grocery store for 2 things. Yeah. I don't care.
The funniest for me is when I do drop-offs for my kid. So like for a sporting thing or even in the morning, school, things like that, I'll have my frownies on. I'll have on a weird like workout outfit with a coat and slippers and frownies and I mean, just crazy hair or whatever. And then I always think it's really funny. Yeah. So then I make myself laugh because I'm like, what if I got out of the car right now? And what would that do to my child? And I think it's really funny because sometimes I do get out of the car. Like, for example, if I'm like if my son is driving,
you gotta flip.
And then I got to flip and then I get out and I'm wearing something that's just ridiculous. And I think it's really funny.
I'm right there.
But I can't be bothered.
I can't be bothered with that. I cannot be bothered at this point with, okay, I am trying to be more frugal. In this economy, you gotta be smart. And it's like, I've kind of stopped shopping at like my local store I really like because it's like a higher end grocery store. And even though I'm only buying from one person, it really makes a difference. So recently I tried to use like a co-op grocery store. It's a big franchise, but it's like, it's way cheaper. Like I walked in and I was like shocked at the prices because it's like
this grocery outlet.
No. Oh. It was Winco.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's just like,
big difference.
There can be like just such a huge difference between like 88 cents versus $1.98 for the same can of food. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try. So I was doing my big meal prep. And so like, I don't like to overbuy produce anymore because A, it can be expensive. B, I don't want it to go to waste because I'm trying to be really conscientious about like food waste right now and all this stuff. And like it's not like you can just take an old cucumber, like, oh, it's got one more day and like donate it somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you got to be smart about this stuff. So anyway, I had to buy onions. And I bought the onions. I looked at the onions. The onions look fine. I got home. I'm chopping up the onions. I needed 3 onions because I was making 4 different dishes and I needed 3 onions. Again, your girl was planning. I cut the first onion open, rotten on the inside.
No.
Rotten on the inside. And I was like, Beth, just jump in your car. It's 2 minutes to go to the other grocery store. Just go get it for the thing. Couldn't be bothered. I was like, absolutely not. I'm like, I had some shallots. I was like, I'll put shallots in this. I don't even care. It's an onion. It's in the onion family. It'll be fine. Yeah. But it's like, I cannot be bothered now for bad produce, like any inconvenience that makes cooking harder, having to go back to a store.
Oh, absolutely
I cannot be bothered. I will look for a substitution. I was making cocktails with a friend and I needed something that was like I didn't have. Like it was, it was a cocktail that called for like jalapeno or kind of like a spicy liqueur or something. I didn't have that. So I used jalapeno pepper juice from the sliced peppers in my fridge.
Good idea.
It was a great idea because I can't be bothered to now go to a liquor store to get the right thing.
No. How often are you going to make that cocktail?
No, we're MacGyvering everything now. I cannot be bothered to like make the right decision when it comes to purchasing something. It's going to be MacGyvered. So anyway, can't be bothered.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot be bothered to figure out party favors.
Okay.
So I just think it's so dumb. And I'm kind of past this now. I mean, my kids are all old enough now that they're not doing those same type of birthday parties. Actually, this was the first year that I think I didn't actually do party favors for my daughter's party and I was just glad. I mean, it didn't even really occur to me, but in the past it has occurred to me, but kind of late. And I always wanted to do a party favor that was actually useful or was actually something that wouldn't just get tossed in the trash and create more waste or just be little trinkety things. Just, I don't know. It irritates me. The whole concept of party favors irritates me.
Okay.
Because I think that you should be able to just enjoy a party and not expect something to take home. Because
the party is the gift.
Yes.
The
and
party
the food
is the fun.
and enjoy. I mean, I'm like, yes, okay, so the kid is getting gifts. Well, guess what? It's their birthday. So no, you don't get a present too. Like, come on. And so anyway, I just cannot be bothered with that. And even like, okay, there's adult parties too, or I shouldn't say adult parties. There's parties, other parties where you get, and it's not just like a children's birthday party. What am I trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been to parties where there are party favors that you get to take home, which I do enjoy occasionally, but other times I'm just like, that was just a waste of your resources.
Yes.
Like nobody cares that much. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I'm trying to plan all this stuff. I don't want to have to think about and make sure I have enough and make sure that everyone is like thoughtful and stuff. I mean, I appreciate it when other people do it to an extent, but also I'm just kind of like,
it also puts the pressure on.
Yeah. I'm just like no, I can't be bothered with that.
No,
come on.
No.
Let's just let that go.
This one kills me. Long day at work. I come home. I'm putting on jammies. I'm going to watch Below Deck. I'm going to have a delicious freezer meal that I made 6 weeks ago. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to pet my cat Bubba and it's going to be wonderful. And I change. I throw my hair up and it is the perfect ponytail or messy bun. It looks beautiful. It looks like I went to the Oscars and a professional like put my hair in an updo and I look amazing. And then comes the next day and I'm like, I want that same vibe. I want that same look.
Can't recreate it?
I cannot recreate it for anything. And I cannot be bothered at this point to like make a good ponytail. I legit tried 7 different ways this last weekend because I just wanted a ponytail. Like a simple, sleek back ponytail. And usually when I do a ponytail, I never leave my hair out. I end up wrapping it or like putting it up a little bit or half looped through or something. But I was just feeling myself with a long pony because my hair is longer than normal right now. I get the pony and I have it perfectly in my hand. It is sleek. It is stylish. I have the perfect amount of hair out. And I go to put the thing on. And by the second turn, a lump comes up. And then I'm trying to brush out the lump. And now my hair's too slicked down. And I'm just like, why can I not just like get a decent pony? I see girls all the time on social media that have beautiful, real ponytails, not like a fake one, a real ponytail. Why can that not be my life? I feel like it is a legitimate plight for many women to try and just get a cute, I don't even say women, because anybody that has hair that they're trying to put up, it can just be very traumatic to try and get a good ponytail, I know millennial musty buns are not necessarily the thing anymore, but I love to just like throw it up and just.
What do you mean they're not the thing? I think they are. They're not?
No.
What are they then? Is it a sleek bun then?
The girls I think Gen Z, they do like the center part. And if they do they do a low ponytail or something when they're putting their hair up, or they have like, clips, and they use like the claw clips and stuff. I just don't see a lot of them like taking all their hair and just throwing it up on top when they're actually like a Gen Z. I see millennial girls doing that, even young millennial girls, but I don't see like Gen Z doing that. But again, I'm also siloed on TikTok, so who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, can't be bothered.
You know what I cannot be bothered with? Commercials and ads. I don't want to be bothered with that. Mm-hmm. But I also don't want to pay extra on all the things.
Oh, yeah.
So that I don't have the ads.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be bothered, so I literally pay.
I know.
So I'm like, absolutely not. I can't live like this.
I know.
I can't live with you. I cannot live with ads on YouTube. I know that's that's not a situation that everybody can be in because it can be very expensive.
Yes, well,
but while I have the funds.
So everything now has ads. Every subscription.
Make that money, baby.
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Because I've already paid for no ads, and now all of a sudden, now I have to pay more?
Yeah.
For no ads?
Yes.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. But again, I really cannot be bothered with an ad.
Well, I cannot be bothered with an ad, and I cannot be bothered with paying for no ads. So I'm just stuck.
You're really stuck. I was trying to watch. So I talked to you a long time ago about Gypsy.
Yes.
And so she has her season 2's out with Gypsy, and like she's having a baby and all this stuff. And I did not want to buy a season pass. Like I didn't want to spend like $30 to buy the whole season because I know it's going to come out on Hulu or something eventually. But right now it's only on Lifetime streaming, and Lifetime streaming, you have to watch commercials. And the commercials are very annoying because they have like, you can watch 3 minutes of commercials or you can watch one interactive commercial. But I hate the commercials so much. And especially on streaming, I feel like a lot of times they play the same commercial over and over and over again. And so it's just, I just can't. I cannot be bothered. So like now I'm not even watching the season, and I'm literally just waiting until it all is out and is released on a streaming platform I already pay for, so I can just like binge it how I want to and not watch any ads.
I think that's a good choice.
It is, but it's just so frustrating.
It's annoying that you have to wait.
I cannot be bothered.
I cannot be bothered with bad drivers.
Okay, that's standard.
Yeah, I just cannot be bothered with that. I want to honk my horn at them. Here's the thing. I'm teaching my son who has a permit to drive, right? Mm-hmm. And I find myself telling him, because all these other drivers around me are not following the rules of the road. They're not signaling. Mm-hmm. They're not doing things appropriately that they're supposed to be doing. And so I'm constantly pointing out to him all these other drivers that I'm like, don't do what that person just did. Mm-hmm. Don't do what that person just did. It should not be like that.
No, but it is.
It is.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think the last thing that I can't be bothered with is I really don't want to do laundry. Like I really hate it. And I don't know why. Laundry and dishes are the two things I hate the most. And I have machines to do both of them. So I guess like I hate laundry more than washing dishes, because at least the dishwasher washes and dries and I just have to put away. Whereas like laundry, I have to fold and put away. And it's gotten to the point that I cannot be bothered with it enough that I just keep buying more underwear and socks so that like I can be at so many days with clean underwear and socks that I don't have to do laundry.
Do you fold your underwear?
Yeah.
I cannot be bothered to fold my underwear, Beth.
Well, I have only so much drawer space and it has to fit. I don't know how else it would fit.
Well,
you just throw it in a drawer? You do a basket?
No, I have a basket in my closet. I have a basket of underwear and it is just all shoved in there. And I just go through and pick which one I want to wear.
Okay, I have to say though, you have a walk-in and I have like a standard not walk-in closet and there's no space for baskets. So I have to do drawers.
You could have a sectional thing in your You could have. I'm just saying. I refuse to fold underwear.
No.
Forget that.
I have too many socks and underwear because I keep buying them that I have to fold them to fit them in the one drawer they're allotted so that I don't have to do laundry and fold and wash them as often. It's called logic, and I can't be bothered.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.